This is for you if you've tried meditation and either got bored, restless, or felt like you were doing it wrong. If you've wondered, am I supposed to feel something? Is this working? Why is this so hard? I've been meditating every single day for nearly 11 years, and what meditation actually does is very different from what most people think. So today I'll show you what meditation really is, how I personally meditate, how to sit in meditation, what to focus on, the biggest mistake people make, and why this must become a lifelong practice. So let's first talk about what meditation actually is. Meditation is not achieving some special state. It's not about bliss. It's not about escaping reality in your life. And it's not even about becoming spiritual. Meditation is the practice of being fully here without needing to alter what's happening in your life. That's it. It's the willingness to sit without reaching for your phone, for other stimulation. Most people are exhausted, not because life is overwhelming, but because they are never truly still. And meditation retrains the nervous system to feel good and content and safe in stillness. And that changes your entire baseline. I want to talk now about enlightenment because enlightenment is really attached to meditation, and I want to talk about what enlightenment really means. So people imagine enlightenment as constant peace, but in very simple terms, enlightenment is becoming deeply comfortable with being, not doing, not improving, not performing, but just being. And meditation builds the capacity to remain present without needing distractions. And the more you practice, the less you need external input to feel okay. And that freedom is powerful. And a lot of people come to meditation for enlightenment purposes. And I believe meditation can be a very helpful tool in that process and in that goal of enlightenment. Next, I want to talk about how I've meditated for 11 years and how I will continue to meditate moving forward. I sit every single day, no matter what. It doesn't matter what's going on. If I'm sick, if it's a holiday, if it's my birthday, if I'm super busy that day, if I don't want to, it doesn't matter. I do it no matter what, morning and evening. Some days you're going to feel motivated to do it. Some days you're going to be neutral, and some days you're not going to want to do it at all. But the transformation that meditation can bring and the benefits it can bring really has to be done every day. When you look at monks that are meditating for 6 to 10 hours every day, and you hear about all these benefits that meditation can bring, a lot of those benefits are coming from those monks sitting every single day for multiple hours a day. So if we want to get some of those benefits, we have to do it every day. Like, there's no negotiation with that. This is what I'm doing no matter what, until this life is over for me, until I die. I am going to be meditating every single day. And that's the kind of attitude and the discipline and the commitment you need to have in order to make this habit stick. It just has to be done. You have to be 100% in every single day to really reap the benefits of meditation that these benefits can give you, because there are numerous benefits and they're very powerful. So for me, I just sit every single day, no matter what, morning and evening. When I started, I believe I don't remember if I did mornings or evenings, but I just sat once a day, and I think I probably did 20 minutes or so. Now I do 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. Before I start my meditation practice, I do a 2-minute nostril breathing. You can find, I'm going to leave a link in the description here that will bring you to how to do this practice. But I start out with a 2-minute nostril breathing, and then I go into my 15-minute meditation. When I do my 15-minute meditation, The only thing I do is I focus on my breath. I don't do any sort of rituals. I don't do any mantras. Nothing. It's just simply bringing my awareness, bringing my focus, my mind back to the present moment. And we'll talk about the benefits of that later in the video and why this is so good to do. But like, I just bring myself back to my breath. If I start to think about something, or I start drifting off in a daydream, thinking about what I'm going to be doing later, or what happened yesterday, or what I have to get done today, I just bring myself back to my breath. And that alone can bring this peace and calmness, and you can almost feel yourself coming into the present moment, and you're kind of just in this space, and it's beautiful, and it's really nice and relaxing. And some days are hard to get there. Some days I get there pretty easily, but then it's just like maintaining that experience to the best that you can without grabbing onto it, without forcing it, but just experiencing it, experiencing the present moment. And I talk a lot about that on my channel here. Meditation can be a tool to get you there. But like, that's what I do. Now, I sit in kind of like a cross-legged position on the ground on a mat, and I have a cushion for my back, which helps me keep my back erect, which is very important too. If you find yourself kind of slouching over, you're going to fall asleep. You're not going to really be able to stay focused. So keep your back as straight as you can, as best as you can, for as long as you can during your session, because that's going to help you stay focused. It's going to help with your breath. It's going to help you to be more present and just more alert in your meditation session. So you want to keep your back straight, your shoulders relaxed. You can put your hands however you want them. I kind of like keep them like this, just in my lap, and I simply breathe and bring my mind back to my breath for about 15 minutes. And I do that morning. It's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, and the last thing I do before I go to bed. It's really that simple. And this is like the foundation for my day. I meditate in the morning and I meditate in the evening. I don't care what's going on. If I get home super late, well, I am meditating very late and I'm going to get it in anyways. If I don't feel great, it's happening anyways. So make that commitment. That's really important. So here's the most important thing, and most people are probably not going to want to hear this, but again, this has to be done daily, not occasionally, not when you feel inspired. Daily, for the rest of your life. Why? Because, like I said earlier, to really reap the benefits of meditation, you have to do it daily. It has to be done daily, because more than likely you have a job, you're not a monk, and you have things to do. So you don't have time to sit for 6 hours every day to get the maximum benefits of meditation. We want to get some of those benefits, and they are noticeable changes that you'll experience. It's not like you're only getting just a little bit benefit. Like you'll get a good amount, enough that you'll be like, this is worth doing. So, but it has to be done every day. That's the point. Most people, if you don't make that commitment, you're going to do it for a couple days, and then you'll go a couple months, probably won't even do it, and you may not even really get back to doing it. So that's where I feel that making that 100% commitment to daily practice is really going to help this habit stick. I feel like when you only make 80% of a commitment to it, you're not going to get what you can out of it, because you're not going to do it every day. You just won't. So you really have to see the long-term benefit of doing meditation, and that is that it can completely transform your life. Meditation develops the inner qualities for you to become the best version of yourself. Willpower, focus, creativity, stillness, emotional control, and a deep connection to your intuition. These aren't optional traits. they're foundational for you to be the best version of yourself. You need to focus on doing meaningful work. You need willpower. You need creativity to solve problems and lead. You need stillness to hear that inner voice, to think clearly and to respond instead of react. Daily meditation strengthens a part of your brain responsible for discipline and self-regulation. So over time, you literally train yourself to be less impulsive and more intentional. Imagine being more consistent with the habits you know you need to build. Your workouts, maybe it's prayer, maybe it's your content creation, maybe it's your business, your commitments. Meditation builds that internal muscle that helps you follow through. And the practice is completely free. The only investment is time and consistency. So results aren't always dramatic at first, but over weeks and months, you'll begin to notice clearer thinking, stronger discipline, a deeper calm under pressure, and a sharper intuition, and a grounded presence that carries into every area of your life. So small daily practice will give you massive long-term results in return. Things are going to come up in your meditation, so just be ready. You're going to think things like, this feels pointless, I don't feel any different, nothing is happening. But something is happening. You are building tolerance for stillness. And in a world addicted to stimulation, that is really rare. And the early stages, again, they're not going to feel dramatic. They feel ordinary. But slowly, your baseline shifts. You will become less reactive. You will rush less. And you grasp at these addictions and stimulations less. You don't feel that change in a single session. It really takes a while. You feel it across years, not months. I want to talk now about the biggest failure point in meditation, and that is expectation. People start meditating because they want to get something. They want to feel calm. They want to feel spiritual. They want to fix themselves. But meditation is not self-improvement. It's really just self-return. If you sit trying to achieve something, you'll kind of create this tension. But if you sit to allow, the body softens, and meditation works really through non-striving. And that's why it feels kind of counterintuitive. So just let go of the expectations of getting anything out of it, really. That's going to be really helpful. So if you struggled with meditation in the past, simplify it. Simply sit and breathe and stay present to the moment while you're doing it to the best that you can. Do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next. Not to become special, but to become steady and to practice presence through this tool. Presence is not something you achieve. It's something that appears when you stop leaving yourself. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.